Yeah, sure. So here we have the homepage of the site. This is the central portal for Oxford University. So here we've got a featured event. Here's a 21st Century Challenge Bit competition happening at the Business School down in Oxford. List of what's on the site. Over here we have some featured groups, and further down this is an example of groups, clubs and societies that are there at Oxford. I can go through here to show you. Here is if you go through the browser groups directory. This is a section for the charity and voluntary section.
So this is a specific group?
Yeah. Well, this is a specific type of group. So listed here also the charities there at Oxford University. There's a big long list of those there. If we can click through, going back here, you see this event was featured here. Each event on the site has a page. So this is a workshop connected with that event, and you can see, find out about the date and time information. Click through to the website to find out more.
Right.
So yeah, there's a central information portal for groups and events. There's some other functionality for individual users to use. So if I flick through here to my account, here I can see, here I'm groups I manage. I'm a manager of the Oxford Entrepreneurs Society. I'm also a member of these other groups down here. So it's a sort of quick reference to get me through to that group information. If I go through to the want to manage that Oxford Entrepreneurs Society, I can go through here. This is the dashboard for managing the group. So here you can see the choice I've got to post a new event to the website, send an email to the group, edit stuff, edit my membership database. So I can, for example, go through here. This brings up a list of all the members of the group with their email addresses and other information. Here I can sort of do all the obvious things, add new members, monitor who's a member. If I go back, we've got a cool tool. First of all, I'll show you adding a new event. Basically, you enter the information to fill out all the boxes, and then the data can be searched, so things like title, description of the event, location, contact details, when the event is, so you can either have a single event or an event that happens at multiple date and times. This is useful if you've got sports events like a weekly practice or something. You can just enter it really quickly. And one of the coolest things is the ability to send an email to the group. So I showed that we've got the list of the members for the group.
Right.
Here we've got essentially a mailing list functionality. But here, this is how I would create my email newsletter. So I can just type in a subject, introductory message. I can put text in here. I can click on this Add New Item button. And this gives me here, adds a new box to the page where I can, for each item I want to add to the newsletter, give it a title and then the item text. And if I'm talking about an event that I want to publicize to my group members, here I can enter in a start date and time for the event. And I can do this with multiple items. And what happens here is that when I've entered in all my information, I can just go, click and send. And what the system will do, it'll collate all the information I've entered into one email, do all the automatic formatting, put in, make it all look pretty and really easy to read. At the same time, it'll extract all this information from the boxes and put it into our database as individual items, so you can populate your calendar of events simply by going through the motions of creating a newsletter. Because here, entering the date and the time for the event, that's all you need to know. So essentially, it's a time-saving tool. It's basically, if you need this information to go up on the internet, it needs to go out by email, it needs to go on your group's website, it needs to go on the central portal, our ClickUni website. There's no reason why you should have to enter all this information in multiple times. So that's one of the biggest sells to our users.
Now, I was just noticing that you have ads placed within the site here. And I know this is the, if you go back to the main page,
sure.
You've got a good variety of stuff there. So are you already bringing in income from advertisers?
So the advertising so far has been through graduate recruiters, because we've been at Oxford University. That's very relevant advertising. A lot of students, they want to go and get a job at an investment bank maybe, or a law firm or a consulting firm. So
I imagine people want to target students in Oxford.
Exactly. The Oxford eyeballs are quite valuable. We've had some big names you can see here: Mindbench, recruitment consultants, Olswang Law Firm, Clifford Chance. And we've got some sponsors, sponsored groups who are organisations we're promoting in addition to the normal student societies, people like Alpha Parties who run nightclubs in London, Nightline, charities.
Nice. And so are you able to sort of bootstrap yourself with the revenues you get from the advertisers?
Yeah, it's been going quite well. Over the first year in Oxford, we've generated about $40,000 worth of income. So that's been useful to fund ourselves.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. Anything else you want to show me?
Sure. I mean, the final cool thing we can show you is this. It's it's a bit on the side, but we've got this start page functionality. This is a separate product to the rest of the site, but connected. This is a start page functionality. So designed for the students, very similar to things like iGoogle or MyYahoo or NetVibes, product like that. But we created this, just spent a couple of weeks on it, when it became apparent that there was two different types of information our users wanted to access on the site. Some of it, things like what was happening this week, you maybe wanted to access the site and find out about maybe a couple of times a week about events going on. But there's other information that the users wanted to access sort of almost minute by minute. And there was a sort of a battle between presenting this two information on the same page. So essentially we sat down and we as I say, spent a couple of weeks building this. So this is standard start page functionality, but geared towards the student market. So we've got integration with our main website, the ability to list your upcoming events on campus, and then some cool fun things like integration with Facebook. So here I've got my little feed from my Facebook account with updates from my friends, various news feeds, news from the student journal, student newspaper. Here we've got some featured groups, so it's promoting the clubs and societies that create profiles on our website. And standard features like the ability to search the web, Facebook, Wikipedia, all the things that students need to use. So we've had launched this several months ago and had a great response on this.
Excellent. So kind of one-stop shop for all student needs.
Exactly, yeah.
Very cool. So what's the development environment that you use to create this?
The systems wrapped in LAMP, so Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP.
Nice.
My background's in web development, so it's sort of my experience has been with those technologies.
Gotcha. And I noticed a lot of Ajax kind of stuff in
Yeah,
there.
there's some of that as well.
Good, great. Well, hey, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to come down here and show me this today.
Cheers. Well, thanks for having us.
All right. Well, best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
Take care.